Well, before I move on to the next game, I want to give a shout out to Red Queen Anya for resubscribing, Doom Pirate for some of those bits. You always drop a few when you show up. I love it. Delta Fiend, thank you as well for resubscribing. And without further ado, let's reveal who our GM is. We have Bangera. So, Bangera, come on in. I want to come chat with you and see what kind of madness you've got. Everybody's already afraid of Bangera. Uh-oh. Bangera, you're getting a reputation here, Bangera.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, you know, I said that it's Bangera. I see some people in chat saying, oh no, and be afraid. Is that true? This is a 5D match, right?
Yeah, this is slightly better than the things I give out for matches that actually matter, you know?
Okay. So I actually don't know what this game is because
I doubt anyone does.
This is the only picture I have, and I actually didn't see the name of the game at all. It's a fish. We were talking about fishing games, and so this feels appropriate, you know?
So, this game is a time attack game, and there's a big timer in the top left, so we can see who beats the game the fastest.
Okay.
So this will be either who gets the furthest in the game or whoever beats the game the fastest within the hour. This is a fish platformer, I guess.
What's it called?
It's called Fish Out of Water.
Oh, that makes sense.
So you're a fish and you have to get out of the water. And this was made for some kind of game jam. And the whole theme was getting over it, which some people might know as a very frustrating game. And yeah, so this is based on getting over it, but you're a fish, and this is Fish Out of Water. So we'll see how this pans out.
Cool. By the way, do we have a zombie player today, or is it just going to be...
Yes, Faizu is joining us as a zombie player.
Aha! I love zombies! Rah. I guess I love zombies. Oh, you know, I'm just working on getting everything captured, so everybody kick back, relax a little bit. Grab a friend if you need some reassurance. We are definitely going to have some fish
out of water.
Out of water. That's what I love.
So this game is completely controlled by the mouse, and not even like you just click the mouse somewhere on the screen, and that is the entire game.
Uh-oh. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, I suppose. It looks like this is an HD game as well, so we're gonna have some black bars on the top and bottom of all the streamers. So when you see those, don't yell at me. Kick your butts.
Discord is going all robot on you, so if I don't understand what you're saying, that's the reason.
You know, let's both disconnect and then reconnect and see if that helps. Okay. I'll see you. Hello, Bangera.
Hello.
Am I still a robot?
No.
Aha! Everything's better.
Hopefully.
Maybe. I have no idea. But here we go. I'm working on getting everything looking fantastic.
This game has very relaxing music.
Okay, well, we'll hear it in a little bit. I need to relax, you know? After a long day of bad video games, you gotta sit back and just enjoy the time that you haven't been playing them. It's good advice, okay? So, from what I understand, this game is a Unity game because that's apparently your jam these days.
Well, I mean, I've had a few Unity games. Not, I mean, I've been a bit of a search for Unity because we have all these console games all the time. You know.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice to have some variety. Yeah, I appreciate that.
The problem with Unity games is they're either really short, not worth playing, or I don't know, just not worth playing, I guess. But once in a while you find something fantastic.
Oh my
or
gosh.
fishy.
I mean, I really enjoyed that fantastic game. I'm not gonna lie. It was a blast. Okay, I need to find a skull and crossbones for Faizu. Skull and crossbones. And
Make
then,
sure Iron Maiden doesn't sue you.
Okay, I'll be careful. I don't want to get sued. Would they sue over me using a skull and crossbones? Feels weird.
They sued a game, Ion Maiden, and now it's Ion Fury. I have a good friend working on that game. It's been on the news a lot.
Weird, but okay, I suppose. No, I don't.
Yeah, if you guys want those old school 3D in a 2D world, like Duke Nukem 3D style games, check out Ion Fury.
Ooh, really? I do enjoy Duke Nukem. Is it like original Duke Nukem?
Yes, it's in the Duke Nukem engine, I believe.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, jeez, why is that cut off? What the crap? Let's see if I can fix this. No, of course, why would... Oh my gosh. Every once in a while, Bangera, life is just too hard. What the crap? What if I do that? Okay. It's too hard, Bangera, it's too hard. Is that gonna look okay? No, that's too big.
Are the streams a bit too slippery for you?
No, it's just that for some reason it wanted to cut off the top of the skull, and I'm like, I don't want a severed skull next to Faizu's name. That's scary, first off. Okay, I think I fixed it. Is that fixed? Sure, whatever. That looks good enough, I guess. I think that's going to work for the stream today. Earthbound, we need you to go away, and I need to see how the audio is for Time Boxer. Ooh, relaxing.
Yep.
Okay. I'm checking right now. Everybody just go ahead, relax, breathe. And I'm just waiting for Faizu to confirm that he is around and ready to begin. He may join voice if he wants. He doesn't have to, but that certainly will be allowed. Wait, why is my timer going? Pingera, I'm having issues.
It's fine. I mean, the IRS did get you quite badly. Or it didn't, actually.
Yeah, I avoided the IRS. Not in real life, everybody, okay? If you're worried about me in real life, don't worry. We're good. We're good.
Feel free to join, Faizu. We have nothing against you.
Okay, he's gonna wait anyways. Okay. Here we go. I'm doing the countdown. Be sure to spam all of the fish that you can, or legs. Okay, here we go. Spam away fish and legs. I want to see them flying up. Oh, look at those cute fish. There's so many. That's a shark. Sharks count as fish. They do. Sharks are fish, Bangera.
Yeah, they are. Whales aren't, though.
As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer, and there we go. Oh.
So the first bit is a tutorial that teaches them how to play the game. You move your mouse, you click your mouse, and the fish jumps.
Hello?
Hello,
Hey,
Faizu.
Hello.
Ah, you're ready
Yeah,
for
see,
some...
I beat the tutorial by accident while I was doing my control test because I wound up sliding through the geometry and falling out of the world and apparently hitting the end of tutorial trigger. So I figured I'd better wait until everyone else beats the tutorial before I start playing.
Beautiful. So yes, you're a fish out of water, and you need to navigate a series of increasingly difficult objects.
Yeah, it looks like Grimora and Grumpmeister are trying to get past this barrel section. So, oh, it looks like you don't have legs. I assumed that you were a fish with legs. I guess that was a bad assumption.
No, that would be cheating. Legs would make this so much easier. Instead, we just have to click to flop around.
Oh my gosh, this is already pretty intense, though.
So this took me about 30 minutes to beat, and the speedrun of this is sub 1 minute. So I think it's like 42 seconds or something. So we'll see how well people do after a while.
That actually doesn't surprise me, considering how fast speedruns of getting over it with Bennett Body are.
It's also like 2 minutes or something, or 1 minute 50. And that game takes days.
Oh yeah.
To do the first time.
I haven't played it, actually.
Don't. It will. If you thought that things like Kid Cool or Miracle Rockets made you angry, oh, that's a whole new experience in Rage.
Honestly, I don't think it would make me that angry. I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe it's just.
And I've fallen through the terrain. I'm completely stuck. So I guess I'm pressing R to I'm pressing R to restart.
Wait, you can just fall through the terrain and get stuck?
There's there's one specific spot where that kept happening to me, so you learn to avoid it.
I mean, like I said, I managed to do that during the tutorial, so.
See, okay, here's the deal, Faizu. Difference between getting over it and Kid Cool is that getting over it was kind of done on purpose to make you angry. Kid Cool was actually meant to be a good game.
Don't get me wrong, though. Getting over it will still make you very, very angry.
Oh, yeah.
It is rage-inducing. I'm sure there are probably about 17 people in chat right now saying, this is not that bad, it's fine, I've beaten it in 10 minutes, it's easy, it's whining. And they are liars, and they are wrong, and they are terrible people, and they should feel very bad about themselves.
Sounds about right. So yes, depending on how far your mouse is from the fish, that makes your fish jump higher. And the interesting thing is that considering it's a 16:9 game, someone's out of bounds.
It
Considering it's a 16:9 game, you gain a lot more speed to the sides of the thing than straight above you, and the game knows this and puts the obstacles around you with this knowledge. So,
in a sense,
quite
that's
interesting.
theoretically that's almost good game design.
Yeah. No, I like this game. I honestly like this game, but it's frustrating for the first time.
oh yeah,
It's also pretty frustrating that you can very easily click out of the window.
Oh, I was playing in full screen, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm playing at full screen as well, but I've got 2 monitors. So,
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you're back down, Faizu.
yeah, I managed to fall through the terrain again, but this time I didn't get stuck, so hey, bonus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like, honestly, just looking at the game, it seems like it is a reasonable game that just, unfortunately, has some bugs that they didn't really work on getting rid of. They just gave you a reset button.
It doesn't
I mean-
really break the experience.
Bangara, did you say that this was a game jam game? Because if
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
then I can forgive that, really.
Oh yeah,
it was.
If it's Game Jam, that's freaking awesome.
Like, if this was made in 1 week, then I can forgive things like that. That doesn't mean I'll forgive you for making me play it, but it's not Rockman X.
Thank goodness. No, Rockman X is a good game.
No, it's not.
Wow, you are so wrong. It's such an original bootleg, though. Yeah, here's the deal. Faizu is trying to get past this house, but I'm a little bit confused how he needs to do it. Did you have to jump on top of the light there?
Yeah.
I think I need to jump on top of the light and then make a very careful jump onto. Oh right, I don't have cursor capture turned on. Onto the little girdery ledge above without actually hitting the roof of the house because.
Your cursor is there.
Oh, is my cursor visible?
Yeah,
Excellent.
we can see it.
The main thing you have to have with these games is patience, because once you start to get frustrated, you start clicking away, and that is just negative, how do you say? Negative progress if you just start clicking away.
Oh yeah, I imagine you just fall pretty fast if that happens.
I'm kind of just hoping that I will find some sort of gap in the terrain that will just send me careening straight to the end of the game, and that will be great. That's not
The
gonna
end of
happen.
the game is very high up, so I doubt that will happen.
Yeah, that seems unlikely, I'm going to admit.
The music is pretty calm. This is Fish Out of Water. Was that the name of the game?
Yep.
It's fairly aptly titled, although I feel like I should be dead by now. As a fish out of water.
Maybe. Oh, it turns out there's also an Android game called Fish Out of Water, and that one you look like a Minecraft fish.
That looks awful.
Yeah, that looks hideous. Okay, I'd rather
That
be playing
was-
this.
I was trying to find this, and all I could find was that game, and I was like, what? What is this? Oh, you managed to get on top of the house.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about what's over the train thing to the right there, and if I can actually get over there.
Now, just so everybody knows, Faizu is what we consider a zombie, and zombie players actually do not matter. Faizu is just here having fun. Faizu doesn't count, yeah, as Kata says.
Yeah, having fun. That's a way of phrasing it.
You have made a lot more progress than our actual competitors.
That's usual for zombie matches and not normally what happens in actual competition matches.
Well, you get our inside information.
That is also true, although I don't know if you've said much particularly helpful yet. Maybe you have and I wasn't listening. I don't know.
The goal is at the top. I don't know. That's about it.
Yeah, I have no idea how I was a top 4 invitationalist, though.
So,
That's
from what I
okay,
can
I'm
see
used
as
to
well,
not mattering.
there's actually a sequel to this game.
Yeah,
made
but
by the same... Oh, yeah?
Oh, no. You go ahead.
Made by the same developer, Tyra Games. That's all I had.
And what is it? What is with tire game?
Yeah, their second game for this series is Fish Out of Water to the Shallows.
But aren't shallows water? Doesn't that mean the fish is in water?
I think that it supposedly is a little bit like Metroidvania.
What?
You have to collect keys and open doors, and apparently there might actually be some swimming in it.
And I've just fallen right back to the start of the level.
No!
Literally to the start of the level.
Oh my gosh, Faizu, no! Wow.
You know what? I'm just
Yes.
I'm just gonna press R to restart the timer there. And I've just fallen immediately through the terrain.
Oh,
I'm just gonna go for a stroll through the terrain. See what I can find after the. Oh, I've gone out of bounds down the bottom of the level.
Annoyingly, on Grumpmeister's stream, we can't see the actual timer. Maybe we should let him know.
I know that he was trying to adjust some stuff, so it would be fine to let him know if you wanted to, Bangera.
This is actually requiring a surprising amount of focus, so I can't talk as much crap as I usually do during 5B zombie matches. I'm still not quite used to the fishix.
The fishix.
Yeah. Like how far the fish will leap based upon where I click. I'm still getting very, very used to that. I think I'm kind of starting to get an idea, but... Alright, let's see if I'm going to fall straight through this again. I didn't. Hooray. Unfortunately, now I'm back at the lamppost point again, which kind of walled me before.
Yeah, the lamppost is definitely hard. I don't know. It's a small platform. It's understandable that it would wall you.
It's getting onto the lamppost isn't too difficult. It's getting from the lamppost onto the position above the lamppost that is giving me the most difficulty. Because if you touch the wall there, you kind of just bounce off it.
The best part is that your fish has its orientation, and you can change its orientation. And if it's in the wrong orientation, it just makes some things completely impossible.
Oh, I'm gonna claim that's the reason for why I'm doing terribly.
I love taking a look at people who commented on this game, because a lot of them, especially for being made for a game jam, it's pretty impressive. As far as I can see, developers' best time was 122 seconds. That's what they said. People loved it, but really got angry about the game. There are a few rages. And Markiplier, I guess, played this.
I think I just hit. I think I just hit one of those moments where the fish orientation made it completely impossible for me to actually make the jump.
Yep. If the fish is like longitudinal, like parallel with the screen, I guess. Yeah, not happening.
Yeah, Faizu, by the way, for those who don't know, Skull and Crossbones we use for our quote-unquote zombie players who don't even matter. We just call them zombies because for some reason I used a Skull and Crossbone one time and it just stuck.
Yeah, I don't matter. I'm irrelevant, so I can sit in chat and say all sorts of terrible, mean things about the game, and also maybe give some insight into playing the game. I can't give any insight into playing this. It's really difficult.
So Grimoire is saying this is Roger Rabbit all over again. And I'm trying to remember which Roger Rabbit that was. Because there...
No. Oh, let's just restart that.
Oh, the fish is so bouncy too.
Yeah, I don't remember fish being quite this bouncy. Like, when they're out of water, they flop around a lot, but they don't really bounce. I mean, they also don't flop around a lot if they're out of water for long enough that they're dead, but that's a different... You know what? I'm just going to stop talking.
Games like these give you a very, specific feeling. Like, they make you concentrate super hard, so you kind of get into this zen situation where you're both really relaxed, but super... you have so much anxiety and so much relaxation at the same time that your body just goes into this weird state of hyper concentration.
Oh yeah. One thing that I really love about this though right now is the music. It's super chill. It's very
it's like sauna music or something, or wellness music? Center.
Everybody, if you want to go to a sauna and listen to this music, it's sort of like a stealth music is more what I'd say.
Yeah, that seems more appropriate to me. I don't know if I'd call this relaxing music per se, because kind of the timpani drum that's there is kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes things a little bit more...
I don't know, but with the marimbas are pretty relaxing, I'd say. Have you ever played a marimba, Faizu?
No.
It's fun.
Is that another game developer
no
thing you need?
No, it's an instrument.
What was the other one? The harpsichord?
Harpsichord.
Harpsichord, okay. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Harpsichords rock. Making good music for the harpsichord is a little bit hard these days, because most modern music does not work at all on a harpsichord.
I accept that challenge.
No, marimba, you have to... You play it like a xylophone.
Fish, no! Why do you do this to me? I am naming this fish Bennett Coddy.
Aww. Cute. I like it.
Grumpmeister is actually making a little bit of progress here. I think this is the furthest anyone has gotten other than 5. The triple jump at the house is definitely, or the light post is definitely the first big challenge.
People are definitely going to get further than me, I'm sure. But yeah, the triple jump here is really nasty.
Yeah, well, you definitely have made the most progress so far, Faizu. But you're a zombie, so you don't matter.
Yep. I've been told by many people in my life that I don't matter and that I'm irrelevant, so I'm used to it, it's fine. My parents, significant others, friends. Standard.
If anything, I'm super curious about what our contestants are gonna think of this game after they've finished.
For my part at least, right now, I think it's knowing that it's a game jam game. I'm kind of impressed with it. I don't think it's bad. It's frustrating. But it's relatively well made. I'd like to see if they had another month or so to add a little bit more polish or something.
It's also like it's honestly really short.
I'll take your word
I'd love
for it.
it to be slight. When you got your furthest, you were, I'd say, 65% of the way there, maybe even more.
That's not too bad then.
Wait, he was
I'll take
already
part
pretty close to the end?
Yeah.
It is worth noting that this match is being scored on who can finish the fastest. So it is, if we finish, we're starting over again and trying to beat our previous score or previous time. So it's not just first to finish, it's fastest to finish.
Gotta make it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh no, Faizu.
What happened?
There we go.
Faizu.
That second jump is a nightmare. Getting the angle right on that.
Once you get it, though, you can get it every. It's like specific mouse positioning, and you learn how to like find a specific spot on your screen. I guess.
Okay, I've made it over the triple light post jump thingy.
There we go, Faizu making some quick progress now after the stupid light part.
I'm assuming it's only going to get worse from here, though. I mean, Bangera mentioned that was the first wall, which implies that there are more.
Oh. Probably. I would assume so. Yeah, Grumpmeister...
No.
Oh no, Faizu, why? No. Oh.
Oh no!
Ah,
Back to the start.
That's okay. You know what? I'm just gonna chill under this fishing boat here for a minute as I've managed to land underneath that.
It's okay, just
I'm
breathe
just gonna-
a little bit.
Exactly. I'm just gonna let the fish enjoy the water and breathe gills. It's gonna be great.
Fish need water occasionally. Oh no, Grimoire is back down to the bottom as well.
I will say this fish is super good. It's it's really, really strong considering that it can actually completely upturn a fishing boat just by flopping onto it.
Good job, fish.
Grumpmeister is desperately trying to get on that lamppost.
Oh, okay, no, it's walled off to the left.
Aw,
I was
dang it.
thinking, I figure, I'm zombieing, so I can try out stupid bits and pieces. I was just wondering if I could out of bounds on the left from the start.
I mean, that would have been cool. Grumpmeister is still trying this light post challenge. Unfortunately, he's having a bit of a hard time getting enough height in order to make it on there. Honestly, it seems like a pretty tight flop that you have to do. There we go, Grumpmeister.
I'm sorry, pretty tight flop just seems like such an oxymoron.
I mean... Hey, Grumpmeister is through, moving on to where Faizu was before falling down. Nice.
Let's say that's the first of 3 sections that have been completed, getting on top of that house.
Okay. Grumpmeister, I'd say you gotta take it a little bit slow. Don't rush too much. Don't pull a Faizu! Oh no, he did! Oh. And he's back to the very beginning. It's a very good place to start.
That's life advice for anyone, really, is don't pull a Faizu.
Oh no. Oh geez, somebody said something that made me think of back when I was in Boy Scouts. I had to be like...
You were in Boy Scouts?
I was a Boy Scout, yeah. Well, mind you, every boy who's Mormon in Utah is a Boy Scout. That's just until now, they've like officially stopped doing scouting this year. But until this year, everybody was a scout.
I feel like you must have a lot of really, really good stories. I mean, you have loads of good stories as it stands from your time as a missionary and that time you stole a train.
I didn't steal a train.
He just borrowed it, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the quotes argue with that. If anyone wants to find that quote for me, go ahead and do it.
But yeah, basically, you know, we went to a fish hatchery as a group, and the thing is, we were at the fish hatchery and the owner wasn't there. He just trusted the Boy Scouts to go there and not do anything questionable, which is not a good way to do things.
But they're Boy Scouts. Aren't Boy Scouts supposed to be like symbols of you know, being good and nice and responsible?
Not the ones in Utah, no. Because everybody is essentially, like, all the boys are essentially forced to be Boy Scouts. It's like, you know, public school, assuming you're in school, you have to be a good person.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I will point out that the American definition of public school is the exact opposite of the British definition of public school. What you call public school is what we call private school. Public schools are the ones that you have to actually pay to get into.
weird, but okay.
Yeah, very.
Anyway,
so
the fish hatchery, the biggest things that happened, I remember people throwing rocks at a skunk, throwing rocks at the fish, catching fish with their bare hands from, you know, and these are fish that this guy makes money off the fish, you know?
I want to know why there was a skunk in a fish hatchery, personally.
Just was wandering by the fish. I don't know. Skunks go where they want to go.
I don't think I've ever seen a skunk.
Oh no, Spice.
Skunks
But
are
it's fine.
cute.
I didn't fall back to the start of the level. I'm okay with it. I still cannot get this jump down properly, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think skunks are quite as smelly as people say they are. I don't know.
Oh,
Have you ever been skunked?
I don't have a good nose, though.
They're not unless you terrify them or alarm them. But essentially, I'm sure you have a lovely nose. Don't be so hard on yourself.
No, like, I don't. My nose looks fine. It just doesn't work fine.
All right, I'm getting back up to where I was before. Let's see how I can mess this up this time.
And then I don't think this was at the fish hatchery. It was after. I think it was during a camp that some scouts decided, hey, we fished and we caught a fish. Let's throw it off a cliff. And I'm like,
What?
I don't know. That's Boy Scouts in Utah for you.
Wow, Boy Scouts are jerks.
Yeah.
Don't mess this up, Faizu.
I'm totally going to mess this up. The problem is, as well, I really wish that there was kind of a way that I could scroll the screen a bit so that I could see.
Oh, Grimoire is at the house.
Wow. Good. Yeah, this jump is really tricky. It's going to take a little while. Just gotta be patient, Grimoire. Don't rush.
No!
Faizu, no, did you? Oh, you did.
Oh no. How could you do this to the fish?
Oh, all that
Oh
salt.
my God.
All the salt.
Beautiful.
Very anime of you. Thank you.
I always make sure I have some reactions set up, especially for games like this.
Good choice. Which anime is that?
I have no idea.
What? You don't know
I can
your
probably
animes?
find out for you. I don't know that anime. It's probably one of the many cooking ones.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
There are a surprising amount of cooking animes.
now that you said that they're cooking animes, I kind of want to watch one because I watched this old Korea soap opera that was it's called Pasta, and it's all about this girl who wants to be a pasta chef, and this guy gets hired and like to be a manager and ends up firing all the women, but she just keeps showing up and he's like, "You're fired," and she's like, "I don't care, I'm going to work here." And so they just kind of deal with her, and he always yells at her and tells her to leave, but she always comes back the next day, and it's yeah.
Out of interest, knowing Korean TV shows, does this then turn out to be a romance?
Of course it does. I mean, what did you expect?
I expected a romance, that's why I asked.
Yeah, but he still is very much an emotionally abusive dude, and so it's like, I understand that you wanted this to be a romance, but he's kind of a terrible person.
Oh, Gromora cleared the house.
Nice, Gromora. That is progress. We definitely are getting some choppy frame rate from him, but we can still see what's happening.
That's not a good thing about this game. Like,
I saw it go
it's
back
slow
in
progress,
time.
so.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a frame rate break at a point just as they make a jump and then immediately fall back to the start, then you've still got a pretty good progress metric. Plus, if people finish, then you've got the time.
It should say the time in big seconds on the middle of the screen. Oh, and there goes Gromora.
No!
I think that's about the same progress as Grumpmeister had. But hey,
Probably
Time Boxer is on the triple jump.
Ooh,
All three of our contenders are on the triple. Oh, Faizu joins them.
Nice, Faizu.
Who can clear the house the fastest?
Like,
There are
Faizu's had
some
the most
weird
practice here.
I feel like there are some interesting physics glitches in this. And I don't mean like clipping through terrain. It seems like if you click to jump just as you hit the ground, you kind of bounce massively.
Oh yeah, you get an extra speed boost from that. And I think the speedrun abuses that.
Yeah, I would imagine it would, considering you said it was like under a minute.
You can basically bunny hop with the fish, I guess. Fish hop. Right,
No.
Time Boxer and Grumpmeister on the same exact screen.
Okay.
Almost like I'm watching the same stream twice.
You're not. I promise.
Ooh, that was really close. Alright, Grumpmaster making it further. I think he fell off this tiny... what is it? An anchor point for boats last time?
For boats.
Oh, and just gives
Faizu,
up.
get out of the angry dome. Get out of there.
It's my angry dome.
Oh, and everyone's back to zero progress.
If I actually finish this, I'm claiming it as a moral victory of sorts.
Ooh.
Regardless of... Wow, yeah, okay, I fish hopped massively there. I don't think it worked in my favour, but hey.
Oh my god.
I kind of love this for all the wrong reasons. It is not something I would have played for this long if, you know, this wasn't Kusogr4nde, I wasn't zombieing, but it's definitely something I appreciate.
I appreciate this, yeah. Yeah, it's not something that I would exactly be excited to go play anytime soon. I'm good.
Well,
All right.
next time viewer's choice comes up, everyone, you remember what you just said?
No, shut up.
Wait, maybe he's lying. Maybe he actually really wants to play this.
Well, I mean, fish are awesome.
All right, Time Boxer might get the lead here if he if he gets some good fish jump.
Just gotta get a good fish jump. Oh my gosh, nope.
Oh, that was way too far.
Boink.
Well, at least it's not all the way back down.
Yeah, like Faizu does.
Yeah, that's just how I roll or flop.
Oh, I love it.
You know, I'm kind of amazed, all told, that getting over it with Bennett Foddy wound up being, you know, quite the sensation it was.
Well, I mean, Bennett Foddy has made some other games. I believe Quap, isn't that right?
Yes, and Quap is amazing.
Yeah, like
Yes.
he's pretty well known for his quirky games. I was actually
I will
quoted
say-
in an article alongside Bennett Foddy. That was weird.
Oh,
Wow,
Grumpmeister
that's
just
kind of
took the
impressive.
lead.
I will say, speaking of Bennett Foddy, one of my favourite Easter eggs in games of relatively recent times was in Just Cause 4, I think it is. There is a Bennett Foddy getting over it minigame, and they actually got Bennett Foddy in to record voice samples for it. Like, it's an Easter egg that is hidden away, and you have to know exactly where to look to find it.
Really?
But they actually spent some time kind of making a mini getting over it level. They got Bennett Foddy in to record some voice samples for it.
Oh, and Grumpmeister just overtook Faizu.
Hey, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that the contestants are doing better.
They're doing
Right, so
pretty
this,
good, yeah.
this jump is tricky, but it nails it first try.
Oh, geez, so much of this is tricky. Oh, yeah, one of my favorite Bennett Foddy games, though, is GURP, which is a wall climbing game, and you have to use, like, press various letters in order to climb. I actually like that more than Quap.
I find that
And
more playable
we
than
have our
Quap.
first finish with 230.0.
Wow! Grumpmeister has finished the game. That is a first place victory here. Congratulations.
Well, it's not first place yet if someone else can finish it faster.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're judging it based off of the
This
speed.
is the time attack race.
Yeah.
Aha!
We got the timer in the corner, so now got to restart and try and do it faster.
Now, just so everybody knows, all of the players are not going to be able to move on to the bracket. That's why they get something that is actually, like, kind of playable and kind of done well. It's a Foddy-esque game.
Yeah, it's frustrating but entertaining. See, I'm getting to the point now where I'm losing patience with the early sections, so I'm clicking randomly and messing up far too much.
So, from what I'm seeing, he lives in New York, but apparently he was raised in Australia. Bennett Foddy was. And was trained as a moral philosopher.
I remember hearing about that, actually. He's had a really interesting kind of life path.
Yeah. And he was working on, or doing postdoctoral work at Princeton University. And then he developed Quap while doing that work. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I remember it wasn't when Getting Over It came out. I can't remember when it was, but I took a pretty in-depth look into kind of his history. And it's a really fascinating sort of career path he's had. He's worn a lot of hats and done a lot of different things.
Yeah. He wrote philosophy papers on and lectured on the topic of drug addiction. Worked at Princeton, developed a game in Flash, and then Quap became huge when he made that. I guess one of his games appeared in the Museum of Modern Art, and also on The Office. What?
What?
The game Kill Screen.
So that man mastered the science of frustration.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
then
Quap-
shortly after doing all of this, he made a lot of people really angry.
He transformed frustration into a form of art.
Okay, I guess Quap was in The Office. That's what it was. Okay.
I feel like he has weaponized frustration.
I love it.
Ooh, nice save there, Faizu.
This is the jump that I have been completely unable to do, and it keeps killing me.
You can do it. I've got faith.
I just can't decide where I want to jump from. Like, I feel like I need to do horizontally, like that. Yes, that worked.
So I would say at this point, Grumpmeister is definitely in the lead. Timeboxer and Grimoire can still, like, honestly, what they need to do is just push for one completion. It doesn't really matter what time they get. Just finish the game once.
Well, the alternative, do they know that someone has finished?
They don't.
They don't. Nobody's
Okay.
asked.
So I was going to say, if they knew... Oh, did I just finish? Okay, I did.
Oh, yay! Good job, Faizu. 230.
230.28. That is 19 hundredths of a second slower than Grumpmeister.
If only I wasn't talking so much.
It looks like Timeboxer ran into some odd situation. Yeah, Faizu, you were so close to move into first place, but you're a zombie, and unfortunately zombies don't think things through.
Well, even if I move into first place, I get last place, so...
How did you almost tie?
I love it.
Sorcery.
It's too good.
Fish wizardry.
Fish wizardry? What kind of spells would fish cast?
Not breathe underwater, that would be pointless.
No.
Actually, that is the only spell that fish know,
That's the
which is
only
why
spell they
it's why fish never took over very well in fantasy RPGs as wizards. You don't see like fish as wizards because that's the only spell they know, and it's totally useless to them. So nobody bothers studying magic as a fish.
Oh, wow. I love it.
If the guy that made no, wow, my brain just completely gave up.
That's okay. That
see,
happens
now you
to
know
me
how
pretty
I
much every
feel.
second.
If the guy that made Getting Over It made Quap, does that mean that the guy that made this game made
Made what? Flop?
Flop?
You cut out right as soon as you said flop,
Oh,
so I
shit.
just had to make an
Okay.
assumption.
Yikes. Good timing to cut out.
Good job, microphone. Oh, all of the players are still in this. It's
Well, yeah, I mean, completion is like based on the 2 completions we've had so far. Completion is what, like 3 or 4 minutes. So, and I wasn't paying attention because I was talking, so I fell back to the start. I was going so well.
Time to reset.
Yeah, it's okay. We've got time. I mean, there's technically, if I'm looking at the clock correctly, there's enough time for 3 or 4 completions at roughly the same rate I had before. So.
Yep. 4, 8, 12, 16. Just about.
The question is, can Time Boxer or Grimora finish the game in the remaining 17 minutes? 16.
Do you have? Do you kind of know how? Who's in second and third?
Absolutely not.
Excellent.
I think
I've really
it
got
was
to stop doing
Grimoire
that.
in second, but I'm not 100% sure. So
That's okay. This is a 5B, so scores don't matter. And regardless of this, I am certain that Catus will have some terrifying metric laid out to determine who is in lead and who's in second, and so on. I'm kind of just trying something a bit different here. Rather than sort of going onto the post, I'm trying to see if there's a faster way of bouncing onto the thing at the side and bouncing off from
the
there.
world record goes to the right and then bounces off the big tube somehow, and then skips the
Okay.
entire left section.
Wow. Okay, I'm not trying that. Oh no, I've decided to flop out of bounds again.
oh no!
Don't worry, Grimora is there as well.
Oh, Grimora. Hey, Time Boxer is starting to get pretty close to the end
Oh
here.
yeah, I think this is consolidating his second place.
I think so. I don't believe Grimora has been in this area yet. Oh my gosh. But this jump from how do you even do it? How do you do it? You're just a dumb fish. How
I
do you
want to say
jump?
this is the second hardest jump in the game.
The second hardest. Okay.
The hardest is the triple house jump.
I wouldn't call. That's probably the hardest jump, but it's also the least punishing because it's really, really difficult to fall
And
back.
once you figure out how to do it, it's actually really easy. But just casually, that one's the hardest to get over.
I mean, you keep saying this, but that jump still walls me.
Oh no.
What happened?
No, just a silly jump by Faizu.
Oh,
Yep.
the Faizu silly jump.
I don't know whether being in chat is actually helping or hurting me here because I'm kind of devoting some of my brain power to talking, saying things. I realise that if you're listening to me, it may not seem like I'm using my brain at all, but well,
That's okay, neither am I.
But on the other hand, it's kind of helping me not get overly frustrated or. Then again, I suppose I'm not competing for any stakes whatsoever anyway, so hey.
Wait, is Time Boxer trying to backtrack a little bit?
Yeah, Time Boxer decided, yeah, I've had enough of this, I'm going back.
No,
This jump is too hard.
it's a dumb jump.
I'm curious about the lore of this game. Why does this fish want to get up here?
Because it has the inability to get underwater. So it has to go up.
Oh
That-
no.
Actually makes a terrifying amount of sense.
Time Boxer, no!
No!
Somehow the fish acquired the floatability of a styrofoam block and must now find a way to fix it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I've heard of flying fish, but this one's actually just a floating fish.
As far as I can see, here's the description. You play a fish trying to turn off a lever. Jump your way
Yeah.
to the top to win. Compete against yourself in a timed race against the clock.
Except the lever is actually a wheel that you need to turn.
Wait, the lever is a wheel? That's not
One
right.
of those
Yeah.
steam wheels. And you fix it by just jumping into it. Or I don't know.
That's not right. That's not a lever.
They ran out of time, okay?
Yeah, they're like, we can't find a lever asset.
Oh, there's this valve. Let's just use that.
I mean, it works. If you're doing it for Game Jam and you can't find a lever, just pull whatever you can.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you're right, you know, this music is very kind of stealth game.
See, I told
It's
you.
like sneaking through.
Sneaks up on you.
The sneaky fish.
Stealth fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can you improve your time? You're so close, Faizu.
Faizu.
That's what I'm hoping to do.
I mean,
30
that would be a
seconds.
huge improvement.
There we go.
Oh. Which apparently...
203.4.
203.4.
Nice.
I have no idea why. I keep adjusting people's screens so that I can see their full timer. But for some reason, just keeps going like... I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something dumb.
Okay, let's see if I can get another completion in the remaining time.
You've got 10 minutes.
That's technically time for multiple completions if I don't screw up, although I'm going to try and go for a fast completion, so I'm going to be restarting a lot, I think.
So to recap, we have Faizu, who is not competing. He's a zombie. He has 203 seconds and 4 tenths of a second. 203.4. And then we have Grumpmeister in first place, because he is actually contending, with a 230.09. And then in second place, we have Time Boxer, who has not finished yet, but has gotten a little bit further than Grimora in third place.
Time Boxer got the jump, by the way.
Oh, he might get the finish here with an amazing time of 600 seconds.
You know, it doesn't matter. Getting
a finish is a finish.
Yeah.
Finish is the finish. Just like a fish is a fish.
Just like a nose is a nose.
You're very obsessed with noses today, Brestantia. Who knows why?
Who knows why? I'm Faizu. I'm witty because I'm British.
And 613.18.
Nice.
Hey, completion. I feel like that is something to be proud of.
I went to private school. My name is Faizu. Actually, I don't know. Did you go to private or public school?
By which definition? American or British?
British.
I went to, let's just say state-run school, shall we, to avoid confusion.
Oh, well,
And yes,
I went to public
that
school.
is correct. I am Australian.
Wait, you're Australian?
I have an Australian nationality. I was born in Australia.
Aw, I want to go to Australia. You're like Bennett Foddy here.
In that I'm a terrible human being responsible for the suffering of dozens. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably,
that's about
actually,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Good to see Time Boxer didn't just give up after that attempt. He's going in for more. Oh, she.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Time Boxer is a she.
Oh, it's hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah.
It
is.
that's the
I
internet.
make that mistake. Unless it's someone I know, I make fairly regularly.
I want to be honest, though. I really want to travel over to the UK sometime, Faizu. I just want
Do
to
it.
see... Because I think I'll love it.
Get over here. I was going to say I'll show you around, but I don't know if there's much
flop
to...
over there.
You'd have to be a fish in water to do that, wouldn't you?
No.
You need a pretty big monitor to flop over there.
I'm not going to take my monitor over to the UK. I can do, like, a few days without my computer. It's fine.
It's alright, I've got a computer. I'm pretty sure I can assist you with that. Okay, 181.73.
Nice.
here we go.
See, you
Well,
got the
was-
hang of this.
Yeah, starting to get the hang of this.
Grimora is just the only person who hasn't quite completed yet. Grimora could still get a finish though, because this game, like, is relatively fast if you get all the jumps. Please come to the UK. I would love to come visit. Oh my gosh, that's one of my goals in life. Go visit Faizu World.
What about Belgium?
What do you have there in Belgium? What can you offer me?
Chocolate, fries,
Okay, I'm sold.
beer.
Oh, I'm double sold. Triple sold.
There we go.
I don't know about fries though. Like fries, are they better than fries anywhere else?
Yes, Belgian fries are so much better than
Why?
other fries.
What makes them better?
Because they were invented here.
What?
What? Yeah, Belgian fries. They call them French fries, but they're a Belgian. And we eat them with mayonnaise, but our mayonnaise is not your mayonnaise. I can assure you that.
What's the difference between your mayo and ours?
Ours actually tastes nice.
Okay, yeah, that definitely is an improvement. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
As someone who cannot abide mayonnaise, that sounds like a plus. I can believe that.
Yeah. Like, Faizu, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Like, there is some good food in the UK, but there's also some food that I wouldn't say is the best.
Oh, we have some decent food. I mean, I think that's true of everywhere, though. There's good and bad food, regardless of where you go.
That's true.
I've heard the saying once that even the best fish and chips is only a 7 out of 10.
Like,
honestly, I don't like fish and chips, so...
Well, there we go.
I want some Cornish pasties.
Oh, those are so good, Brasensha.
Yeah.
Brasensha-
So
Those are so good. I was in Cornwall like last year, and my god, those are the best things in the world.
Chats, or specifically UK-based chats, if and when Brasensha comes to the UK, do I take him to Greg's? I feel like Brasensha needs to experience Greg's.
is that a good or a bad thing? Okay.
Yes?
Here's the deal, Faizu. I love food, and I love good food.
Greg's is... it's sort of like the fast food equivalent of a bakery, I guess you'd say. Like, they sell sausage rolls and things like that, and all sorts of cakes and pastries and pasties, and they are all incredibly high in fat and very unhealthy, and they're good and bad at the same time. I feel like it's one of those staples that should be tried.
Okay, let me go ahead and get a little bit more fit. I'll be sure to exercise so I don't get a heart attack as soon as I go there. You're giving me incentive. Gotta be healthy so that Faizu's food doesn't kill me.
The thing is, compared to America, everything's low fat.
Oh, yeah, you're
Europe.
right. I'm American.
That's a good point.
I'll eat it. I'll be like, this is nothing.
You'll eat it and you'll be like, wow, this is really good health food.
Oh, yeah.
I was so disappointed in America when I was there, and I was any type of food I was having was just super sugary and super greasy, and it was so
Honestly,
disappointing.
I very much dislike that as well, Bangero. Like, I feel like one of the best foods that, if made well, is pretty much perfect is Brussels sprouts. And
Oh,
let's
so
just
good.
say that the majority of Americans here think that it's gross.
Oh,
and
hey,
there's-
Brussels is in Belgium.
Oh my gosh. Faizu, Bangero's got a point.
Are you doing a full EU trip now?
Yeah, we're just gonna
Or,
cruise.
I should say Europe trip, shouldn't I? Let's not go into that discussion, but
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Meanwhile, we have only 1 minute left.
By the way, Grumpmeister has beaten your best time, Faizu.
Oh, he has?
No, that's fine. Gruntmeister's competing. I'm glad to hear it.
Got down to
That's what I like to see.
147.
Wow, that's a good time. That's almost the programmers, the developers' time. 122.
Gosh, I'm so hungry now. Everybody's talking about food. And here in the US, like, we have Mexican food. That's about as good as it gets for American cuisine. We have to have non-American food in order to say it's good.
I had the worst taco in my life in Belgium last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
Why?
We went to a new Mexican place here in my city, and it was so bad. The tacos were overfilled to the brim with meat, which is already a bad thing. And then the meat was really soggy, which means the tacos, they were corn tacos, and they were completely soaked through the bottom. There was no shell left, basically. And at the bottom of the tacos, they were in this kind of bowl, and the bottom of the bowl, they had paper napkins.
Well, I need to talk about something else because that is time. We are done with this beautiful, wonderful, very good fish game. Which, honestly, I
Nice.
had a lot of fun. I enjoyed this.
And Time Boxer, like, he goes out of bounds just to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You know, Grumpmeister takes first, Time Boxer second, Grimoire third, and Faizu is a zombie.
I don't count. I am completely irrelevant. Nobody cared. There was something I wanted to say about this game, actually, but I now cannot remember what it was.
Oh no.
You know, I'm content with how that went.
Actually, wait, was somebody... Faizu, you put that GIF up again? You always put this
Should I
up.
not?
No, you're
Uh-uh.
always allowed to.
I can switch
Hello.
back to the good lady.
Let's see, Grumpmeister may be having some mic problems. We'll go ahead and see if he's able to get that working. I like the good lady. Good lady is good. Yeah. Well, you know what, Faizu? You actually did pretty dang good at this game. What I like about this, like, Benefati takes a long time to actually get it clear. This, it's frustrating, but at the same time, it's kind of rewarding because you can finish it in a relatively decent amount of time.
Yep.
That's my assessment.
Yep.
And that's why it's a 5B match.
Yeah, I kind of, like, I feel like I would be willing to at least give this a shot. Play for a long time? Maybe not. But sure, go for a playthrough one day, I guess. Yeah, Big Gara, what are your thoughts about how the players did today? Oh, there's Grumpmeister.
Oh, it works now. Okay, great.
Yes, you made it.
Hello.
Hello. This was quite something.
In what way?
Well, I mean, the physics, the fishing, it's horrible. Especially at the start, it was really easy to fall through the terrain. Like if you got
Yeah.
past, if you got past the actual rocks, then it would have been fine. But until then, yeah.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
part of the experience.
Yeah, I saw people fall through the terrain a lot during this game.
Yeah.
I tried to abuse it at one point, see if I could just move out of bounds somewhere, but it only let you fall further. So that didn't work.
Well, I'm still really impressed with how you did. You're the first person who cleared the game. Faizu then cleared it and was a little bit behind you, but then got a better time.
2800th of a second.
Wow.
No, 1900th of a second
There we
between
go.
you two on the.
I kind
wow.
of blame this on stopping to talk to you two for a little while, but yeah. But
then-
yeah, then you basically just raced forward. you wound up. I think that your finishing time is close to the developer's best time. Did you say, Bangera?
Yeah, the developer was a 122 and you had a 147.
Yeah, oh, that's pretty crazy. I thought I was so far behind because I was stuck at the initial bit for quite long. So I didn't expect the game to actually end where it ended.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pull up my own stream right away, but hello there, everybody.
Hi, Brosensha.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Honestly, you did pretty well with that. Like, what did you feel about it once you got the hang of the controls?
But once you get the hang of it, it's not super horrible. Like, the fish still flops about. That's the annoying bit. But once you get a general idea of why you want to press on the screen, then it gets manageable.
Okay.
But that's also why at one point my screen just jumped and whatnot. I was playing windowed at first, and I wasn't sure whether I could make a jump windowed, so I figured like I'll just try to put it on full screen. I do think that helped,
Full
at least
screen
somewhat.
helped. Okay.
Yeah, like it just gave me a better feel of the controls, just
Yeah.
a bit more precise, I guess. But it
well,
was fun.
just so everybody who's watching knows, if you go and play this, play full screen. You've got better chances of making the dumb jumps.
Play full screen, but beware that if you have a second monitor, you're going to click off the screen anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened at the end for me as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Mostly because I wanted to dash to the end, basically.
Yeah, people start getting a little bit greedy, and when you get greedy, the odds of falling are pretty high.
Yeah, and you fall all the way to the start. That's not great.
There are only like 2-3 places where it's really easy to fall back to the start, but oh man, some of those are really nasty.
Well, do you have any last thoughts, Grumpmeister, anything you want to say before we take off?
Just thank you for organizing this. This was a blast. I really had a lot of fun, so this was great.
I'm glad. I'm really glad that you joined, and hopefully you're back next year.
Oh, definitely.
Bangera, Faizu, thank you so much, Bangera, for choosing, and Faizu for being a zombie who managed to get through this.
I am perpetually here for talking on voice chat, saying nonsense, and hunting for delicious brains.
Oh, that's what I love. Yay! Well, we'll give
Fish
you more
brains.
brains in the future. If anybody has a brain to donate, please do so soon.